Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of our YouTube, Frank 26 YouTube videos. It is the 5th of September 2019. I welcome you. We study the Iraqi dinar. Before I get into anything, I want to make sure that you all understand that this is a speculative investment. There's no date, there's no rate to be offered by me. What I am offering, though, is my opinion of the things that we are seeing, and I hope that that helps you. Please enjoy this YouTube video. Yesterday, when we were together, and I told you that Walking Stick told us that the next thing that we as a team are looking for is for the pictures of the new small category notes and the coins that would be equivalent to the new small category notes, the 1, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, the 100. That's what we're looking for as a team. I also told you that in our opinion, because they've already described, actually they've already gone through the whole gambit. It's a massive media campaign, and the first thing that they wanted them to do was to bring in their 3 zeros, and they offered them many incentives, high interest rates on their savings accounts, low interest rates on loans, gifts. I joked and I said that they were giving away the George Foreman grill set. They probably were. They did a lot of things to bring the citizens into the banks. And the reason why is because that's where the massive media campaign started. It makes sense, doesn't it? It wouldn't start with the GOI, right? No, that's not their department. It would start with the CBI. And sure enough, they started to send representatives outward from Baghdad in a radial direction so that they could cover as many of the provinces as possible that were not reaching, that the CBI was not just, was not reaching directly. The growth of this massive media campaign has been extremely impressive and successful. They started, like I told you, please come to our banks as citizens and bring in your 3 zeros. Open up accounts. We'll give you free anything you want. Just please come. And the citizens said no. They kept going. They kept going. The next thing that really, I think, triggered the citizens' interest was when they said, look, come to the university. And on that day, they even said, come to this auditorium, come to the mosque, come to this building, come to this library, come to this university, this school, come to this community center. So they, all right, what do you want? And they said, this is what we're doing. We're going to add purchasing power. No, you're not. No, we are. We truly, sincerely are. We, the CBI, we're telling you. Look, the GOI has been telling us forever that you're going to do this. No. Let us now tell you. All right, what do you want? And when they showed them what they were going to do, they was like 50-50. It sounds good, and you're telling me 50-50. As the weeks went by, they reached out to them even more by bringing instruments, tools to communicate with the citizens of Iraq. The television was used in combination with telephones. The telephone was then used to give them an example. Look, we're going to show and test a password. And the citizens said, with the phones you gave us? Yeah. For what? Well, for your accounts. We don't want no accounts. We're not bringing in our 3 zeros. Y'all got one automatically. What? Can't fail with you guys. Hmm, fine. I don't really care. Then they went to the merchants and they said, merchants, come on in. Same thing. What do you want? They were more eager because they go in every day to get their money supply for their sales in the market. And they started to get educated. They were a little bit more focused, maybe not more focused. They were more interested. No, not interested. Citizens were interested. They were more intrigued because they deal with the banks every day as a merchant. The citizen doesn't. When the merchant understood better, then they started to tell the citizens. And the citizens started to talk about it amongst themselves. Wait a minute, they told us that. We went to those meetings. Merchants said, we went there too. You did? Well, yeah, but we had other separate ones. But we went to the ones that you went to too as citizens, yeah. But later we went, as businessmen, as partners of the private banks of Iraq, of the central bank, yeah, yeah, yeah. And we saw a lot of interesting people there, yeah, from the World Bank, the IMF, United States Treasury. I mean, wow, central bank governors. Yeah, we kept seeing them. They were being told what we were being told. Yeah, educated. Mm. And it got to the point where the next big instrument was those electronic boards. Remember, if you look in your notes, what did we say a little over a year ago? Family, the banks are going to use billboards inside their banks. They did, and we showed you all the pictures already. Remember when we showed up the ATM machines inside of the banks, and all these really cool places here. So yeah, and there's examples of the boards that they had. And the citizens then said, you keep telling us about this, and the markets are talking, the hookah shops are talking, the barber shop, the beauty shops, the mosque are talking. We're all talking about this. And then we got the holy man that says, see what I did for you? What'd you do? They're going to add purchasing power to your currency. You did this for us? But of course, I'm the holy man. I prayed for this. I pushed the government for this. You did? Come on, you saw me. Yeah, we saw you. And the citizens then started talking among themselves when they said, look, what's that? It's an ATM machine. Look, it's a commercial. It's actually a video playing up there. How about that? This was on television. But now look, my goodness, from the television to the newspapers, articles, and now look, it's up there in the sky. My God, it's full of stars. Yes, it is. So the citizens started to see the MasterCards, the ATM machines, and the directions on how to use them. Recently, the stock exchange. We can buy stock outside of Iraq. Yeah. We're Article 8, aren't we? Yeah, must be. The other, what's Article 8? Don't worry about it. It's purchasing power. Oh, okay. Wow, what's that? Coins. It says that they're going to bring them back. I remember those way, way back in the old days. Us old timers, we remember that. We remember that. And we remember that when we had coins, it's when we had prosperity in our country in Iraq. It's when we had wealth. It's when we had beautiful places to go to, and yeah. But then dictators came and they took those away from us. We like coins, especially the gold coins, Yeah. They're bringing them back to add purchasing power, because when we had the coins, that's when we had purchasing power back in the old days. Really? Really, Pop? Really, Dad? Really, Grandfather? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Young man, Iraq is our country, but Iraq's future is in your hands. Make me proud, son. Make this CBI monetary reform. Make it work. And the citizens have rallied, in my opinion, behind the central bank. The governor, they know him as a lock because they've seen it. They used the combination of the electronic billboards and these flatbed trucks with these I mean, you talk about a home movie. What do you call it? Center, home entertainment center. That's what it is. This is, but it's on wheels. And they're showing them a Iraqi stock exchange, the coins that are coming out, the Mastercards, the ATM machine. I mean, all the things that belong to Article 8. All the things that will bring them and give them and belong to purchasing power. Mhm. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The team is going to be,
Hold on.
yes, Tink.
It's spinning both places.
Yeah, it's spinning, but that doesn't mean anything. For example, family, will you help us and help Tink? She's supervising all the production for me. Can you post and tell me if you can hear me right now? I'm gonna wait.
They can.
What's that?
They said they can.
Yeah, I know you can hear me. I just wanted to make sure that we had that as evidence. Now let us continue. So we believe as a team that deep in our hearts that the next thing that is going to happen, because we had our own chronology. I never shared it with you. We don't share everything with you. We share about 25% of our study. But anyways, this chronology, this this step evaluation of what we thought would unfold. Um, we feel that the description has just been given. Delta brought us the description article, by the way. I think it's in our final article thread. I don't know when it was, a few months ago. And when we saw that, we thought, like, oh my goodness, look. They're telling them there's going to be coins. They're telling them there's going to be gold and silver. Look. They're describing that they're going to introduce new currency. Different size, that we tested polymers. We did, oh my, look. Wow. All right, then let's look at our files and check. If we have all of the ATMs, the cards, the coins, the new small category notes, purchasing, if all of that has already been announced, and then the next thing is that they're going to describe them. And as you know, family, that's what we put our fireflies to do. Take the articles that they gave you, take it to the bank and ask them when. Well, in that process, it was about 10 days ago, the bank started to describe to the citizens that which they have been telling them about, the coins and the new small category notes. And according to our calculations, after they described them and all the other things that have already happened, all these precursors are done. And the next thing, like we told you yesterday, is for them to use the visual aids. And it's going to be the board, no doubt, the electronic board. There's no doubt. But we're going back to reiterate that they will hand them no, that's the wrong word. They will hand them an explanation in written form to the citizens. And it is at that time that they explain, look, this is a 1 coin, a 5 coin, a 10 coin. And look, this is the dinar, the paper value of it. Yeah. Oh, look, this is the history of it. This is why we're doing it. This is why we lifted the exchange rate. By the way, this is where you're going to go and get them. This is what you're going to get, etc. All that stuff. We believe that is done. We believe the description is done, and we believe that the next thing is for them to show them visually the pictures of these of this new small category notes and of the coins. Soon. Walking Stick and I talked for a good long time today. Pray for my friend, please. Pray for my friend. Your friend. He said, Frank, this visual aid, it's coming next. I said, when do you think it's coming out? He gave me his opinion, and it was almost exactly my opinion. Soon, a flow down of visual aid pictures is going to go to the banks. From the banks to the tellers, from the tellers to the citizens. You got that? First, they had to deal with a massive campaign of trying to get them to understand what they're going to give them. I mean, there's no sense in coming out right away with the pictures, right? What is this? The anticipation, it's greater than Heinz 57 right now. If you're an old timer, you know what I mean by that, okay? Anticipation. And the citizens are anticipating that purchasing power is coming to them. And recently, the mantra to repeat in a few days is everywhere. Doesn't matter where. It's everywhere. This trickling down. You see, there was a meetings. There have been many meetings, but the latest ones are the ones that just recently, in my opinion, brought out the pictures. Nobody knows what it looks. Only a handful. Nobody knows the date of when it's going to happen. There's more people that know the rate than the people that know when it's going to happen. But the precursor of all we mentioned and the description tells us the next thing is the visual aids that were handed out in these meetings. Merchants, banks, those of you that deserve to see this, do you understand? Yes, we do. When's that coming out? Very soon, in the coming days. The citizens are going to be happy. Yeah. Yeah, and so will a lot of other people. The pictures are to show the new small category notes and coins to the citizens. These pictures are for inside and outside. And outside. International markets, yes. International banks, yes. Do you have the specimens? Yes. Look. Is this what you got? Yes. Okay. Let's make no mistakes, okay? Yeah. Markets. Yeah. The Iraqi dinar is about to come out and play in your neighborhood. Are you ready? Yeah. And you've seen the evidence of it. All this evidence caused us to sit there and go, what? What are you doing, man? It made no sense. How can you go to the moon without a spaceship? Huh? How'd you do that? How can you be doing all these things when you're not Article 8? Huh? How'd you do that? until the IMF confessed. So locally and globally, everybody understands. And everybody has received the laws, the information, the certifications, the pictures, the specimens. Do you remember the specimens? For those of you that study very carefully. Now, do you understand why the pictures are important first? It's rather brilliant. We believe that the visual aids, the pictures are coming out very soon to the citizens of Iraq with a full explanation of everything. You see, they've been meeting, but the last one I know was just last week with the IMF and the Fab Four. It was the CBI, the IMF, the United States Treasury, the World Bank, bankers from all over the place, the EAU, Singapore. I mean, central bank governors from everywhere. They were all here in Iraq at that meeting. And the same thing. Hey, what? Look. Whoa, can I have a copy of that? No. But look. Whoa, what are you going to do with that? We're going to pass this out to the banks here in Iraq. And they're going to pass it out to the citizens that have a very good understanding. And then we're going to follow up with more education. The same amount of classes that we had at universities, at institutions, at the mosque, wherever it may be, we're going to now repeat them again. They know where we was at before we raised the value. They'll know where we're at when we raise the value. Meet us again. We got to start to explain this now further for you. It's not just the raising of the value of our currency. There's so much more involved in this, and you've got to know about every bit of it. From the merchants to you citizens with the MasterCards, and on top of that, there's visas coming, and we want you to know about that too. You got the coins, you got the new small category notes, but there's fills coming. What? There's fills. That one dinar breaks down to 1,000 fills. You understand that? Yeah. Just come. We're going to keep teaching you. You understand? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that a $1 bill is worth 100 pennies, don't you? And you now know that 1 dinar is worth 1,000 fills, don't you? That's what I just said, right? Mm-hmm. And you know that 1 American dollar is worth 100 pennies, right? Did you know that 1 penny was subdivided into 1,000 parts? You see, in the international world, in the international market, in international trade, you don't, every penny is accounted for. Every penny is accounted for. Problems?
Yeah.
Really? You know, we don't need that abuse. But then again, we also don't need to give them the stage. They're just childish people that were raised by, I don't know. So now, they handed it out. They showed them at the meetings. And the thing is now, we're all in cahoots. We all understand. We're all united. It's cool internationally with you, CBI. But when you gonna tell your citizens this visual aid is the very last step that we would be taking part of right now? That we would be taking part of right now. But at these meetings, and the last one, last week, they didn't release any information to anybody. They showed it to them. And that is what they're going to do now to the citizens. They're not going to release any new small category notes, any new coins. They're going to show them. They're going to show them and explain it to them. And once they're done with the full explanation, then I'm sure that everything else will then be released. Because it's not just raising the value of the Iraqi dinar. Oh no, there's more to it. You studied it with us. And the citizens got to get it down. They will. The new generation, the new generation will make sure that the old generation stays strong. Really, Jen?
They're
Again?
talking about negritos, and I'm not going to stand for it. I'm going to report them.
We're reporting you now. You're now banned from my YouTube, and you're being reported to YouTube itself. You know what, family? This is what I go through. Do I deserve this? No. I should keep all of this to myself. I'm tired. Why wasn't this information released at the meeting that they've been having? Because the pictures, we shut down them if that's what you want. Mark 16 minutes now. Ladies and gentlemen, why did they not release the pictures at the meetings and all the information that we're talking about? Because these pictures are like classified information on the monetary reform. This knowledge of dates and rates is not out there. The information is being slowly released by the CBI to the citizens, and the international world already knows it. In my opinion, these pictures are timed for this release now due to the success of the massive campaign that has well educated the citizens. Yes, they have described them, and Delta brought it to you. We released that description a long time ago. These photos, in my opinion, are the final evidence of the reinstatement that is to come. That is to come with the planned purchasing power to the citizens. You know what? I'm done. What I'm going to do is give you some articles. Please be sure you're a member of my forum, ktfalways.com. Keep the faith always, ktfalways.com. Pay close attention. Delta is looking for us. You heard us assign him what to do. He cannot find the rate. We're looking on spreadsheets to verify whether or not on the Arabic side or the English side we can find it. He looked on the ADD yesterday on the CBI site. There is still nothing. There is no rate posted yet for the Iraqi dinar. No exchange rate anywhere. Post number 76. Post number 93, 94, and 95. One more. Post number 100. Look at all that evidence that Delta is bringing in. I mean, it's obvious that if there is an empty slot, there was always showing a program rate of 1190. Well, then it seems to me that they're about to put in a different number in that slot. Sadr, the holy man in Iraq today, called and unified the citizens. The citizens say, hey, fine, okay, we'll do what you want us to do. But I don't really think that that's what the citizens want to do, to be honest with you, family. Delta says in post number 28, it just was posted before we started. Delta says, I love it. The heat is on. Sadr is mad. What happened is the leader of Sadr movement announced on Thursday the end of the Iraqi government. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Okay. Throw them all out, man. And throw the baby out too with the wash. It don't matter. While threatening to declare innocence of them in the absence of strike measures. Farewell. Marks the end of Iraq's government, Sadr said in a tweet to the officials. This is a transformation from a state controlled by law to a riot, he said. Yeah, we're going to kick some... Sadr, chill, man. Chill. You're all fired up because you want the citizens to say, oh, look what they did for us. Oh, the holy man. Oh, thank you very much. You got us purchasing power. You know darn well they're about to do it, Sadr. So why would you instigate? Why would you cause trouble? Why don't you get on your knees and thank what is it? Allah? I think Allah, is that the proper way to say it? And forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Thank Allah. Because they are about to do it. You don't need to cause any trouble or pretend that you're involved in, the leadership of the government. The CBI did this. Dr. Shabibi did this. Allah paid attention to the Fab Four. It's getting done. The GOI helped them out. Now, you did good too, by the way. You and Sestini, both of you. You did what you're supposed to do. But in all honesty, you don't need to be looking for anybody to kiss your behind right now. Get your people motivated instead in the right direction. Riot? Destroy your government? You're never going to get anywhere with your country. Wake up! All this could have been done such a long time ago. To be honest, Peacock military armor vehicles are being introduced all over, basically for more increase of security. Why? Because they brought down the T-walls. Because they brought down all the barriers. It's mobile protection. They're usually private contractors anyways. There ain't no problem, Sadr. I apologize if I came on too strong, but enough is enough. You see a lot complaining about anything? Yeah? No, he did his job, didn't he? He's not even there anymore. Well, he's there, but his desk has been cleared out. You see a lot complaining? What'd he get? He got his signature forever in the history of that currency. How about the Kurds? Shoot. You know how the Kurds feel. What'd they get? 17%. And the currency has their language on it. The Fab Four. Hey, you guys have run basically the money in the whole world. What you think about Iraq's monetary reform? We think that it's a state of the art. It's high tech. It's really high tech. There are more security features. We think the currency is exactly the way we want it, with the Kurdistan language on it, and with a locked signature on it. Yeah. I hit it a couple of times. I'm sorry.
Moved it over.
I'm mad. I got beat it up in there. All right. Hey, by the way, look. You know I like the Wall Street, right? I like reading it. U.S. banks' influence grows in global financial system. I wonder why. Because they've been listening to our conference calls. All right. Yeah, no, that's it. Let me let me read you our report from our Firefly. How they doing, Tink?
We're fine now. We got rid of those people.
Punks.
They're all reported.
They're all reported and they're all punks. You don't act like a stupid idiot in front of adults.
Oh, here's another one.
There's another one. Get rid of them. Ban them. Mark these names
No,
down,
I'm
but
reporting them.
report them and get them out of my life. Bunch of hypocrites. They come because they know what we got is ain't nobody got it, huh? Well, praise God for it. What am I looking for?
A recording.
Yeah, Fireflies report. Mark it now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to read to you Fireflies report that came in this morning. We were looking for another report, but unfortunately, it's going to be coming in too late. Please enjoy. Normally, I talk along the way. Just listen. You can feel it in yourself. Well, you know what? No, okay. I'm just tired. Okay. Maybe I'll comment. What's the word? Commentate?
Compilation.
No. What is it? Make a comment? Yeah, commentate. That's the word. I will say a few words maybe. Here we go. Good morning, sir. Firefly 77 called and he said, "Thank you again for all your prayers for his father. He is resting today." Today we see on television again all day that the CBI News is saying something about the CBI taking steps to join something they call OMFIF. OMFIF. They spent like 10 minutes on talking about this. Then they went right back to what we saw yesterday. And before I go any further, let me explain to you what that is. The Central Bank of Iraq today announced to the citizens that they're joining OMFIF, and that is the official monetary financial institute form. It's a financial institution in global business, yeah, in financial dealings, in civic societies. There you go. It's based out of London. It deals with central banks. It deals with sovereign funds. The OMFIF deals with public pension agencies and public investment institutes that put out loans. So to see the IMF joining this, once again, you're looking at something, a tool, an instrument that is for international usage. So I will continue to read after now I've defined that for you. All day something we don't understand. They're talking something about the CBI taking steps to join the OMFIF. They spent like 10 minutes on this and then they went right back to what we saw yesterday, Mr. Frank. You know about the 5 objectives, beginning with, number 1, raising the purchasing power. The billboards, the electronic billboards today are showing it too. What? Let's get this too. Well, okay. So of the 5, it's a 5-year plan. It has 5 objectives. The first, number 1 major objective, they said yesterday, was to bring the purchasing power to the citizens. And today, again, they're beating it on TV, but now they've shot it up to the electronic billboard. You understand what I'm saying? The pattern, it's down again. This is the second one. The pattern was 7, 8, right? Now it's 1. Mark it. We used to see the electronic billboards, ladies and gentlemen, have about a week of the same thing playing over and over again before they threw something new. Like for example, ATM machines, and then 7, 8 days later, boom! Oh, the Mastercard. 7, 8 days later, boom! The coins. 7, 8 days later, boom! But now the Iraqi Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, or the what am I thinking? The securities for the citizens that they were showing at the bank, boom! Right away the next day, and now this of the five objectives, boom! Right away. The next day, it's up on the electronic billboards. This is a compression of time. This is a compression. This is an accordion compression of time. They're creating a venturi. They're creating a fast-paced. Five objectives, beginning with raising the purchasing power. Frank, the electric billboards today are showing the purchasing power, and they are showing too, just like on television, about the purchasing power. Oh, I see. Just like on TV. Okay. With Mr. Frank, we went to the bank today and we were greeted by the teller. Hey, tellers, how y'all doing? And we were greeted by the teller who told us that we watched you. We're watching you, O'Day, on the Frank 26 show last few days, and we really enjoy it, learning much. Thank you. We even asked our branch manager for more news. You see it right there? Yeah, there you go. We even asked our branch manager for more news. Okay. That's funny. We even asked our branch manager for more news. He would say, he says he would say, but they may say, he says to us, the financial committee, right, when they had the meeting and all the private banks were there, the financial committee has a goal to raise the dinar against other currencies. But we tell you all that we know, that we get here too. That's all we know. That's all we know. Leave me alone, man. It's above my grade, my pay scale. Leave me alone. I don't know. That's all we know, except that the training that they gave us is now complete. We follow the steps that are given by the CBI, and the campaign continues as far as we know. My teller said they will keep asking the branch manager for more information, and if they get it, they will let us know right away. We will call our cousin on there with the mobile flatbeds. This game is here now. What? We will call our cousin and find out what's going on with the mobile flatbeds, since game is here now. We thank you, Mr. Frank, for all that you do and for all your prayers. Yes, indeed. May God bless you and your family. May God bless you and your teams. The game is blank. Oh, the game Bahrain against Iraq was being shown not only in the electronic boards but on the flatbeds. Yeah, I don't know who won.
I think you're stuck here.
Yes. And then I send to him more instructions, and they say, yes, we will do it, and that's that. Family, I want to play you one more thing, and then we'll end it. I don't want to do any more. What do I want to show them, Tink? A recording,
The
right?
recording in your phone.
From the original Delta. You remember, family, that I showed you a recording between me and Delta on our Monday call in my forum? And that call was with me and Iceman, the original Delta, who worked at the Green Zone. and his transcriber called him and said, Richard, you're right. They're telling us what you've been telling me. And for years, the translator told, Iceman, no. And for years, they got nothing. But now they're finding out. And this is in Baghdad. These are the people, the majority that know. Not everybody in Baghdad knows that they're about to. Alrighty. He called me again and he left me this recording. Let me have this. It's only 5 minutes long. It's a conversation between me and Iceman. Please enjoy. Can you hear me, Rich?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There you go. Can I make a recording of this?
It's all right. I mean, she just all she did was call me and say that they told her that she's going to be very happy with what happens here in the next few days.
Tell me, Rich. Okay, first of all, this is the same interpreter, correct? That called a couple of weeks ago? Yep, the same interpreter that we've been with for all these years that was always visited. It's really important, Rich, for the family to understand that the core, Baghdad, that's where all the education, that's where those electronic billboards, that's where all the commercials and, the CBI talking on television, that's why she knows what's going on. I get calls from people that are telling me, oh, Frank, well, I'm over here in wherever you're, they tell me, and there's no news of, nobody knows, you're lying and all that. How many times do I have to tell you? The perimeters will slowly learn about it. And that's going to be the telephone, the dropping of the leaflets, the representatives that will travel out to the bank areas and explain it. But no, people only hear what they want to hear. So she's, tell me, who called her? Who called her and told her this?
No, she went to the bank. I told her to go to the bank last time we talked.
Yes, mission accomplished. Way to go, Rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's, I told her that she needs to go back now and try and see if they can show her the coins and the new small category notes.
But what she needs to do is go armed. Tell her to make the copies. You can get them off of our final article thread. Tell her that she needs to make copies. Take them in there and say, hey, look, this is what your bank, this is what your central bank sent to me. Now, when am I going to get this? And the answer that they're all giving, the tellers, the managers, everybody in the banks is all giving the same answer in the coming days. It's coming.
Yeah.
Holy cow. And then the reports, you've been listening to the reports from our Firefly. They convinced the tellers. The tellers are now watching, our live YouTubes, and now the tellers are asking their managers, tell me more. And today's report, the manager said to the teller, hey, get off my back, man. I can only tell you as much as they've told me so far. We've created a movement. Well, this is exciting.
Just ready for it to end.
Yeah, without a doubt. So she knows because does she say where is she getting it from? Oh, she went to the bank. Next thing, ask her, can you see the billboards where you're at? Do you see them?
She said she's seen them.
Oh, yes.
She's seen them.
Here's what we need. Is there any, because I'm trying my best, and for some reason they're being shy or careful. I want pictures of the billboards. We got some, but we would love to see if we can get billboards with the coins or the ATM machines, stuff like that.
Okay.
See if it's possible.
Okay.
I'll even pay them, tell them. This is valuable information because it's out there. The problem is that it's not released because this is internal, and the media doesn't care to cover it. What are they covering right now? The hurricane? Okay, that's respectable. What else are they covering? The stock market, it's rallying. Okay, but they're not covering what's going on in the Middle East, man.
Anyways, I'm just very proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's
Yes,
see,
sir.
let's see if we can get pictures. Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I told you so.
Okay. um, yeah, so I wanted you to hear that, family. And I'm glad you did. There's just one more little thing I'd like to do, and then we'll go ahead and end it. There's a recording of voice. Let me see if I have it here. I got the biggest kick out of it. There's this place. Wow. Let's not say too much. Here, just listen to this. I talked to this gentleman because I called him and we were laughing our heads off. And I said, I'll play it for you and your colleagues.
Good morning, Mr. Frank. My name is Jay. Hey, it's 9/5/19. I just want to let you know I enjoyed your YouTube, as you call it. And I just want to let you know something funny. Me and my friends at work, every lunchtime, in between 12 and 1, we go through the funny pages. And that's everybody else's stuff, and we cracked up when people talk about you. I'm not saying who they are or anything like that, but me and my boys at work that are all invested, we just love going through and reading the stuff. Just want to know if you're going to share the who won the Iraqi game.
I don't know.
And I didn't see it on any of your links, because that's when we also do your links during lunch. All right, well, just wanted to say we appreciate that God put you in our path, and we look forward to hearing from you again tonight. God bless. Have a great day.
Isn't that sweet? Well, Jay and the Americans, Jay and your fellow workers, greetings. I hope that you've enjoyed these YouTubes. I hope you enjoy our forum, and I want to thank you for coming. And I want to thank all of you also. The report from our Firefly tells you something, doesn't it? They're capitalizing on one thing. They're pounding on one thing. They're beating the drum on purchasing power. And you can see that the government has said, can you give us until the 10th? Sure, no problem. And Sadar comes out today and he tries to act like, hey, I'm in charge here. There's no government. I'm the guy. I'm in charge. And you know what? He probably is. When the holy men talk, everybody listens. The government, the CBI, when the holy man talks, everybody stops and listens to the holy man. And that's why I'm asking the holy man, can you please act a little more holy? You know very well what they're about to do. Let them do it. Anyways, that's my freedom here in the United States of America to express my opinion. I hope that this opinion was constructive, because that's the way I intended it to come across. God bless you all. Take care of each other. Love one another. Support one another, okay? Be there for one another. And I'll be with you again tomorrow night. Because they're telling them they're going to show them the coins and the new small category notes very shortly. Be careful. Do not change my words. Yesterday I said, it's coming. Many of you said, he's talking about the RI. Go back and listen. We choose our words very carefully. Alrighty. Be there for each other. And I will be here for you tomorrow. Aloha.